Yesterday, the 2nd of a new month, April 2025, was an example of the F&M. It's the same old, same old. It shows you that Pintard is just a rubber stamp. 3:30 yesterday, Hubert Ingram literally holding Darren Henfield's hand and presenting him to the man that speaks for the entire Southern Central Abaco under the F&M. One man. Don't mind Roscoe Dose as chairman of the F&M. They ain't got no bite. They ain't got no teeth to say anything, to bite in anything. They can't even say anything. One man. And it's so sad at Hubert Ingram's age, you would think that he would take a time off after coming to his daughter's funeral. But the only thing he has passion for is the F&M, and they returning to power and dictating to Pintard. Why should Hubert, at his age, knowing well that Darren Henfield was rejected by his own people, and Hubert is picking Darren to run in Southern Central? The people of Mashaba have no say. It is dictatorship all across the board. Why can't somebody from Mashaba, if Hubert Dose was doing their job, would already train somebody? If Hubert Dose was doing their job as leaders, they would already taught somebody to take over. But they have dictatorial style attitude. They don't want nobody like Kai Mills to be able to speak for his people. You only speak for the party with one voice. And that's why a lot of people in North Abaco has finally recognized that we have lost a lot, because we don't get to choose who we really want. One person, Hubert Ingram, chooses everybody. That is a attitude of a dictator. And when I see that the F&M, and boy, he's a brave fella, to do the right thing, Hiram Lewis, to move over to the coalition. Hubert Ingram is in Abaco at the same time trying to sell Darren Henfield to Southern Central. He's taking the job away from Pintard because Pintard is just a rubber stamp. Abaco, this will be your best time in your life to get good representation. I'm there to make sure that the young people have a say. The young people haven't had a say around the table in decades. I'm going to make sure that they get some property. We had some foreign people up in Mashaba, in the middle of Mashaba, for 40 years on our land. It is time that our young people has access to the land that's available to them. If I could get a gymnasium, a proper track, look at that track in the biggest school in Abaco. We had Sabatino Spines, Troy McIntosh, and all the others, Stephen Gardner. You know where Stephen Gardner got to go and practice? On a hill. I saw him there for years going up the hill across from Central Abaco Primary. He had nowhere to practice and become a world champion. What if we had the same playing facilities as they do in Nassau? Hubert was prime minister. He didn't leave one single decent playing field in Cooperstown, nor did he lay one in his biggest district of Dundas and Murphytown. Kai shall and will do so while he trying to sell Darren Henfield a reject out of North Abaco into South Abaco. Where was he holding Darren hands to help him after Hurricane Dorian? Marshall, it's the same Darren Henfield that hid the materials in the bushes, that didn't help Grand Key until the day before election. Nothing has changed. He's just trying to change district, but he's the same old Darren Henfield that hurt North Abaco daily because he didn't care, and he still don't care. Kai cares. Y'all vote coalition, South and Central Abaco. It is time that Hubert Ingram era has ended, but they don't like when you say that the era must end, but it shall and it will end. Kai case. Vote coalition. We are the change agent. Kai case.